All right, we're busting through it now on a Thursday. You know, free for all Friday, not too far away. A chance for you to join the conversation on the Patriot Mobile Common Sense Hotline. We do it every Friday. We take calls from all over the United States, and we enjoy doing it. We get to hear from you. What are your opinions on anything that's happening, right? Anything, whether it's here in our home state of Michigan or in the nation's capital. Of course, we broadcast nationwide. This program is broadcast nationwide every day, and of course, I also broadcast nationwide every day at 3 o'clock on Real America's Voice with America's Voice Live. You can have me twice a day. Gosh, that must make you feel good. I'm joking, of course. My next guest is State Representative John Roth, representing Michigan's 104th District. John, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning. What another lovely day here in Lansing.
Yeah, I was on the floor there yesterday. I enjoyed
know.
it.
How did I miss you? I didn't get to see you. I apologize. I would have loved to said hello.
Well, don't worry. We'll make our time through again. And I got to say, I got to apologize to Cam. He's a little upset with me about arguing about forest fires, but we're going to let that go. And Cam, Mr. Cabot, we'll get them back on the air. We'll get that buried. Anyhow, Michigan House Republicans proud to announce that you're putting the finishing touches on what you call a common sense, fiscally responsible budget plan for next year. Okay, what's in there? Why do we like it? Why are the Democrats going to hate it? How about that?
Absolutely. One thing we're doing is definitely looking at the overall dollar figure. We cannot have an $84.7 billion budget. That is just, it's out of whack. It's out of balance. It's not right. So we are reducing that, of course. We're looking for any kind of waste, fraud, and abuse, or overlapping programs, or anything that doesn't make sense anymore. And we really have gone through it multiple times. Obviously, it's taken us a little longer, and people are tending to criticize. Well, mostly the Senate is criticizing us for how long it's taking. But we're doing a really deep dive, because the last thing we want to do is do a reverse budget. A colleague of mine that I talked to, his first term in the House in 2010, the school aid budget, they actually put it out in July and then had to take away $500 per student as the year went on. That is not something we want to do in any way, shape, or form. We want to make sure it's fiscally responsible when we get it out.
It's important. It is. Look, I keep seeing new plans to raise taxes. In fact, I heard Mike Duggan say this. He's running as an independent, but he is a Democrat, of course. But he's running for governor. Raise taxes for the roads again. How many times we get to raise taxes for roads that never get fixed and infrastructure that never gets taken care of? And I'm not picking on him exactly, but look, we've heard this. And it doesn't go anywhere. And in fact, staying closer to home with the Democrats there, rumor is that they're not getting along with the governor right now. They don't really care much for what they've kind of lost touch. They're estranged a little bit. And in fact, if I put my finger in the air, I might start to wonder if they would actually shut the government down in Michigan just to block you guys from doing the right thing. What do you think?
I think that's definitely possible. We heard that early on. They were saying that we wanted to shut the budget down, or shut the government down, by not completing a budget. It's been them talking about shutting down the government ever since we started in the majority this term. So that's not our desire in any way, shape, or form. Will it happen? Possibly, because after the July 1st deadline of a school aid budget, they just said, we'll see you in September. Last week, they showed up for one day and they did 5 or 6 bills and went home. They didn't even let us know they were coming.
If I'm not mistaken, what's the date today? Today is the 21st of August, right? So if I'm not mistaken, the budget is due before the end of September. If you guys aren't making much progress now, you're going to run out of time.
Yeah, it's possible. That's not our desire. But, the other thing happens here, Steve, is deadlines. The real official deadline is that October 1st or September 30th deadline. We don't do anything unless we do deadlines down here. If you remember the ESTA, the earned sick time and pay, and the minimum wage and tip wage that was happening, we passed that changes, the modifications to it at 11:30 at night, the night before the deadline. So this town loves deadlines. It's not my desire, I'll tell you. I've got part of the budget. I would like to get that done well in advance of that, but for some reason, deadlines are the thing that finally makes us get it done.
Yeah. Otherwise, nothing gets done, is what you're pointing out. Obviously, nothing gets done. So, what are the priorities then? Obviously, but what are the things that you do not want to see cut? What are your priorities? And honestly, are we ever going to get the roads fixed? I mean, we spend $30 billion more a year than Pennsylvania. I talked to people about this. I talked to Speaker Hall about this on the program. I talked to your other Republican colleagues on the program about this. $30 billion more, and I feel like we get shorted in the deal. Anyhow, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I agree. Road funding if we do anything with road funding, it can't include a tax. It's just something that we are hard set against. We want to make sure we're taking care, of course, the elderly, the seniors, the veterans, the people with disabilities. That's not even an option. We're not doing that. We're just trying to make sure we have a fiscally sound budget that does not go up. We need to start going backwards in our annual budget. This way we're going right now, increasing by about $12 billion over the last 2 years in the budget, can't continue to happen.
It's insane. Yeah,
it's insane.
We look, we have the highest, I believe we have the highest personal income tax of any state in our area. That's why Ohio and Indiana eat our lunch. Tennessee kills us. We've got barriers to companies coming in. Now we've got right to work getting thrown out, prevailing wages. It's just anything to kneecap the economy seems to be what the Democrats want to do. Anyhow, we're going to keep an eye on it. I hope they don't shut the government down, but the rumblings are that the Democrats will shut the government down in Michigan and try to blame you for it. I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
David John Roth, everybody. I'll take a break. Jeff Wiggins back after this.